Weekend, we are so excited. My name is Nicole Hickle. I'm ready to be with you for the next hours. The first hour, I really want to help you get some beautiful plants into your garden, whether it's your front yard, your backyard, whether you have a green thumb or if you're just learning. This is from Leaf and Petal, and they are known for the beautiful designs that they create. Something that we have for you that is at a customer appreciation price that is a brand new is this gorgeous, fragrant pink rose. It is absolutely stunning. And you're gonna put this in the sun, let it be in the sun, and it will be perfect for that summer into that fall, adding some beautiful color to your garden. So here's what's really fun. Customer appreciation price, because April, all about you, all about us saying thank you all month long. But here's the thing, the more plants that you add to your cart, the shipping stops at $7.50. So you could have 5 plants, you could have 10 plants. We'll ship them all to your doorstep at $7.50. And then from the roses to something that not only looks beautiful and colorful, but also has a gorgeous scent. This is gonna be your 3-piece. So you get 3 of these 3 1/4 pots. And you'll put them in the ground, you'll put some space in between them, and these are your dwarf lavender. Oh my goodness. At a sale price, it says $29.95, but this plant actually qualifies for an additional 10% off. You don't have to do anything. When you add it to your cart, it's actually at $26.96. So grab this while you can. I love that you get 3. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you want to get an early start on that, there's only a few in those. A few hundred is $899-203. All right, let's start the show with something that is just as gorgeous as its name. It is your Bluebird Rose of Sharon. This is just back in stock after selling out. And remember, all the plants that you add to your cart will ship at your doorstep for $7.50. We also have a map that we can take you through the show too. A lot of you will be getting these within the next few days, but some of you a little bit up north, you will be getting these deliveries in May, because we want to make sure that your soil is at its optimal prime for you to be successful with the plants that you're making. So there it is right there. A lot of you, again, we're already in the middle of April, which is hard to believe. A lot of you will be getting these within the next few days. So it's going to come to you in this 6-inch pot, and then over time, watch as it blooms and watch as it blossoms. 899-311 is the number. We're going to welcome our guest that will be with us for the full hour. It's Carrie Mobley.
Hi, my gardening sister. How you doing?
I love it. She's a professional gardener, has her own landscaping and design company. And I love that we're starting off with something that is a wow when you add it to your garden.
Oh my gosh, you are so right. This is a very unusual, very cool plant. And that's what I love about Leaf and Petal. We curated a collection of very unique, highly productive plants that you're not going to find at your local nursery, so hard as you try. And this one is the very, very first one, and that I'm so excited about. So this is our Bluebird Rose of Sharon. It has that tropical look of a hibiscus.
Yeah, it does.
But this is actually a plant that grows and comes back year after year, all the way up to the top of the country, right? So you don't have to bring this one inside to overwinter it. And it's gonna be giving you blooms from midsummer all the way through the frost. And what is great, of course, the look. This color, this blue, to be able to find such an electric blue in a flower is so rare, Nicole.
Right.
And I love that, and if you don't mind, I'm just gonna kind of come over here and show you this. This is a flowering shrub. It's gonna get bigger and better every year. We're sending it to you in a 1-gallon container. We package all of our plants. They're very well packaged, they are fresh, and you know the nursery they're coming from. We are very proud of that, because if you are someone who has bought a lot of your plants from your local home improvement garden centers, I have to tell you guys, you don't know where they come from. There are times I've brought plants home and the soil was already infested with bugs and disease. You can trust Leaf and Petal. Our reputation depends on your success, and that's why we want you to trust us. We want you to enjoy gardening, and gosh darn it, gardening is competitive. You have something like this on your property,
you're gonna turn heads.
That's right.
Which is really great too. And also too, this is a really low maintenance plant. So that's why I said whether you have a green thumb or if you're just starting to dabble in some gardening, this is a really great plant to introduce into your front yard, your backyard, whatever you want. I was just holding this up because what I love about Leaf and Petal Designs here at HSN is they always give you this beautiful this pamphlet. This is your guidance to, how do I plant it? If I get more than a couple of these, how far apart do they need to be? How often do I need to water it? How much sun does it need? It is that true, that guidance to help you for success. And also, too, if you're just like, Nicole, I need a little bit more help than reading something, there's numbers on the back, too, that you can talk to someone because they really want to make sure that you are successful with this. So here's the thing. We just got this back in stock after selling out in March. Unfortunately, we weren't able to even grab 1,000 of these. We were only able to grab 500 now left. I had about a little more than 600 before I came on air. I have less than 500 of you that can pick this up. It is at a sale price. Beautiful color. And think about how this is going to complement. I know that we gave you a preview of the other roses that are coming up, that are those pinks. I mean, this is going to look really, really great in your garden. So I'd love for you to add us to your cart. It's 899-311. And remember, if you already have a couple of plants in your cart, maybe you're shopping with a guy in the garden, you have some, we cap the shipping at $750. And I tried it on myself. I had like 5 plants, and it wasn't $350. It caps at $750. So this is a great way to go ahead and get this home. So do you think whenever I get this home and I get this 6-inch pot, this gallon pot, can I start with it in an actual pot and then as it grows, move it?
Absolutely. I mean, my thing is, if you have an opportunity to put something in the ground, especially a nice flowering shrub, I always recommend that you put it in the ground. Again, this one is a perennial, so it's going to come back year after year.
Nice.
For me, I like to put things in the ground because it's able to access its own nutrients and water from the soil. Now, when you first plant something, it is really important that you treat it with proper care. So we're talking watering it, every day. Don't be afraid to drag that hose out. But once this is established, it's completely drought tolerant. So you won't have to worry about slaving over the water once you get this good and established.
That's a good point.
But if you can put it in a container, it's a great container plant. It won't get too much bigger than this if it's in a container.
Yeah.
But if you were to put it in the ground, I mean, again, it's not gonna get much bigger than maybe 5.5 feet, something like that. So just remember, when you put it in a container, it will be limited to how big it can get based on the size of the container. So if you wanna put it out on a patio or a balcony and you don't have a ton of room, this is a perfect size container right here, right? It can be like a 12 or a 14 or a 16 inch. But just remember, it is cold hardy, so that means that it'll die back in the winter time, and then come spring again, it's gonna be blowing up with these gorgeous, incredible electric blue blooms.
For me, that's the best part of the spring and the summer season, is when all the blooms come out. That's when you get really, really excited, and that marks a moment in time where it's like, all right, it's officially spring. The blooms are out. So no matter where you live, and I want you to see the map again. I know we have a couple more minutes. There's more than a couple hundred of you placing your order. Know that now, without everyone that's in the ordering process, I only have less than 500. So if I add people in the ordering process, I'm probably at 250 realistically. So make sure that you jump into hsn.com, your HSN app, but I want you to see the map so you can see when you'll get your delivery, because most of you, I mean, here in Florida, we're already ready. The soil is ready, the ground is ready for it. Those who are more higher up north, you'll get it in the beginning of May. And again, that's all about having you be successful with your plant.
Correct. We know your USDA gardening zone based on your zip code. And we don't want you to have to hold on to this 1 gallon plant when you're still looking out your window and the ground is frozen. So we're gonna send it out to you as soon as it's time for you to plant it. And in fact, if you are up in the top of the country, you're not even paying for it until it's shipped out to you.
Such a good point.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So all you're doing is holding your place in line. And
So true.
again, what I love about Leaf and Petal is we make it easy. You don't have to go traipsing to the nursery to find the same plants that everybody else in the neighborhood has.
Right.
We love this one because it's unique. I know that you guys have never seen that. I just know you haven't, unless you are, some cultivator of it, for some crazy reason. I've been in this industry for a very long time. My dad was a master gardener. My mom was an amazing gardener. I had never seen this plant before. I think it is stunning.
It's stunning.
I even love the foliage on it. It's just got these cool leaves, and it looks like a tropical plant, yet it is cold hardy. You guys, if there's anything you want to pick up, I'm telling you, this one goes crazy. I just think it's something really special, really unique, that gives that tropical feel all the way up to Minnesota. This is cold hardy all the way to Minnesota.
That's so amazing, right? From Florida to Minnesota, we can all have this beautiful plant. So stay in the ordering process. I know we're wrapping things up. It is at that sell price. Let me give you an update on how many are left. I'll have my producer check because once they're gone, they're gone. There are about 450 left if you want to go ahead and grab it. 899-311 is the item number. Stay in the ordering process. I know we're moving things along. Remember, it comes in that gallon pot already ready for you. And Leaf and Petal always packages stuff beautifully. All right, if you are going to have some plants, let's talk about the fertilizer. These are fertilizer pods. There's a few different variations that I have Carrie walk you through, but know that it's 25 pieces. But what's great about this is, I mean, it's just some change for each gallon you'll be able to make. One piece makes 1 gallon of fertilizer. So we do have the one for you'll use on all your plants. We have some specifically for roses and then acid-loving plants. So kind of help us break that up.
Well, absolutely, right? And so these are pre-measured. All right, so there's no mess, there's no fuss, there's no measuring. And all you do is take one of the pods, pop it into a gallon of water, let it dissolve. I'll do a little demo later on. But there are no microplastics in here, so you don't have to worry about, you know, whether you're being bad to the environment and whatnot. And then what you do is you just water your plant like you normally would. We have one for roses. It's formulated for roses. We have one that we call our bloom booster, which of course would work just fine on the roses as well. And then we have one for acid-loving plants. So for example, if you have hydrangeas, there are ways to manipulate the acid of the soil to change the color of the blooms. It's also great for azaleas. So just kind of keep that in mind. But you can never go wrong with what I call the purple one, right? And so that's the one that is our bloom booster. Are you ready to talk roses?
Let's talk about, all right, if you want the booster, there's your item number right there on the screen. All right, we're gonna move on over. We gave you a little bit of a sneak peek of your one piece of the fragrant pink rose. This is brand new. You're the first ones to shop for it. So let me tell you right now, it's already at a customer appreciation price, but this does qualify for an additional 10% off that we're doing on some of the plants. The price is already reflected on hsn.com, so it's actually $24.26. So the price that you're seeing on your screen is actually a little bit less. We're at $24.26. Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Look, whenever you pick this up. I mean, it's
Nicole,
gorgeous.
I told you, I happened to see Nicole earlier. We were grabbing a bite to eat, and we ran into each other. I told her, these took my breath away.
Wow.
I love roses, and maybe a lot of you do as well. And if you have experienced roses, my gosh, they can be finicky.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have kind of dealt with, you know, diseases over the years, and a lot of them, you know, a lot of people, we just gave up on roses. This is a classic old-fashioned rose. If you've been gardening roses for as long as I have, and really it was my mother who taught me everything about them, these came out around the same time as the peace rose and the cherish rose. So we're talking like 100 years ago, virtually, right? And so what happens when you get a classic old-fashioned rose is much better disease resistance. And for me, the color on this is everything. It's got a beautiful fragrance to it, but it's a superior rose. You get more blooms on it, and it's never gonna get too big. So again, this is something fantastic to put in containers, but it's cold hardy, of course. It's a perennial, so it's gonna come back year after year, and all of our perennials, we offer a 1-year guarantee. Now, I don't want you to have to use that guarantee. Sometimes things happen. So I'm always going to encourage you to have proper care with them. When you get your plant home, we're gonna water it, right? We're gonna try to fertilize it if we can. But I wanna talk to you real quick about how this is going to come to you, because it is very cool, and there's a reason why we like bare root roses. This is what we professionals want, and I'll tell you why. So don't get intimidated by this, okay? This is a bare root rose. We offer bare root roses for a lot of hours. The reason we do a bare root is because you get a much more mature plant at a great price, and you're not paying extra money for whatever soil they chose and whatever plastic container they put it in. So when you see this, this is already years mature. So all you have to do, get it home. By the way, we hand trim these, professionally hand trim them. We cut off most of the foliage on the top of it so that all you have is this bare root. It comes to you in a nice sealed up bag. You take it out, and then you're just gonna dig a hole. It can be in a container, of course, it can be right in the ground. The important thing to note here is what side is up and what side is down. Obviously, we've got some shadows, but do you see all these little roots in here, these little hairies? This is the bottom side, and then this is the top side. So I've dug myself a little hole. I'm gonna put it in, and now, when I cover it with my soil, I'm gonna make sure that I am putting the soil all the way back to where it was when it was in the ground right before we shipped it to you, okay? So we're gonna just cover up all those roots. And now, Nicole, I'm gonna water it. And I'm gonna water it again. I'm gonna water it every day. And then in the matter of a week or so, you're gonna start to see all of these sprouts coming out. Keep watering it, because your plants love water. Your plants need water just like you do, okay? But then this year, you are starting to get those incredible blooms that took my breath away. Even as a rose person, to have this be available to you, again, is just so special. And the fact that it is a classic rose, that it's a little more, it's less susceptible to the disease that a lot of those newer roses have, because it's had a chance as a plant to work through it.
Yeah. To kind of build up
an immunity
to it.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Absolutely, which is so great. And also, too, this is a limited opportunity. We have just less than 1,000, a little bit less than that, about 900 if you want to go ahead and grab that. It is at a customer appreciation price. It is brand new at $26.25. But remember, you don't have to do anything. This does qualify for an additional 10% off. So what I mean, as soon as you go to hsn.com, your HSN app, it already reflects that additional 10% off. So it's going to be $24.26. And when you're adding plants to your cart, know that all your plants are shipping at $7.50, no more than that. Now, if you pick up one plant, it'll be at, you know, the $3.50, the $5.50 price. But if you add more, it caps at $7.50. So it allows you to build maybe that dream garden that you've been looking for. Roses, what a great way. I mean, think about it too, as they bloom, and then you're like, wait a minute, I'd love to give a flower to someone or build a little bouquet for someone. You can go to your own rose garden and do that, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to grab these, 899-160 is the item number. I know we have a couple more minutes on this, but I mean, if you've always desired to have roses, now is the opportunity to have roses that are actually easy and low maintenance, which is like, you would never say that before traditionally with roses.
Yeah, and I also feel like this is another great plant that will really respond well to that fertilizer. I mean, you're getting 25 pods in that fertilizer pack.
So that's 25 gallons.
That's 25 gallons, and you really only need to use it like once every 2 weeks. So that's gonna last you a year. In your gardening season, probably 2 years, because for a lot of you, you're not gonna be fertilizing your plants, you know, throughout those winter months.
Right.
But the other thing that's great about this particular variety of rose is that you get repetitive blooming. A lot of them, they just give you one bloom and then it's pretty much done for the season. This one is giving you more and more blooms. It's repetitive blooms. And when we call it a fragrant pink rose, it ain't no lie. Have you had a chance to smell it yet?
Oh, yeah,
it is delicious. It's what a rose should smell like. But to me, it's just the color. It's romantic. It's like it's Victorian. It easily could be used as the main character in a bridal bouquet. And I love that you mentioned, you know, having cut bouquets of roses. One of my favorite parts about being a gardener, and my gardens are so beautiful. Oh, if you guys were around during the time when we were presenting from home during COVID, everybody got to see, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And I regularly would go to thrift stores and I would get the cute little vases, just a whole array of them. And I would be able to go out to my roses or to my daisies or to my lavender and cut these great bouquets and give them as gifts to people. If somebody came over and they hadn't been to my house, I'd grab a little one and say, let's walk around my garden. Here's some clippers. Tell me what you like. And so gardening is just a lot of fun for me. And this is a great plant to start with because it is a much easier rose because it's not finicky like the new varieties that still have some issues to work through.
Yeah, this one's got it all figured out, right? It's true, the older you get, you come with more wisdom. And it's the same for the plants.
You called
we love it, right?
Yes.
All right. right, stay in the ordering process for that. Remember, we're actually at $24 and some change because it does have an additional 10% off already reflected on our website and our app. 899-160 is the item number. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep on moving. By the way, we are just moments away from this beautiful dwarf lavender that is coming up around the corner that you all are going to love. We're also moments away from these edible strawberries that are just so juicy.
Girl, we are going to feast.
I know, I
on
can't
those
wait.
Strawberries.
I know.
These are such a special variety of strawberries. I know we're not talking about it yet because this is my baby too, but I can't wait for you guys to see these strawberries.
It's going to be so good. All right, let's talk about a this day only opportunity from Leaf and Petal. It's your Tropical Paradise braided hibiscus. So I love that it's braided on that trunk. It's so, so gorgeous. Now here's the thing, our this day only price is just that. Only today can you get it $30 off, but this also qualifies for the additional 10% off, and it's $62 and some change. Oh my goodness, there was a butterfly that just came.
When we say these are pollinators, pollinator friendly, we've got butterflies circling us right now.
I love that. So this actually does come out to be $62.96, which is already reflected on our website. So even better savings, and it's still the lowest price that we've ever done. Okay. Take it away because I know this has been very popular, and again, another limited opportunity. So when you see something you love, grab it while you can. Know that it's going to ship out to your doorstep, your zip code, whenever your ground is ready for it. So you can have a successful plant.
Yeah, this is by far our most colorful patio plant that we offer. And it really is a work of art. I'm just gonna kind of come down here and show you what I mean. If we can get a nice shot of this. This is a braided trunk. This was braided by hand when each of these hibiscus trees were just babies. That is how we were able to get 4 colors in one tree. We've got that beautiful pink and this rich red and that bright pop of that lemony yellow, and then of course orange, which is one of the hottest color of the seasons. So you are getting all 4 of them on this beautiful, beautiful hand braided trunk. And when you get it, it is an already mature, ready to go tree that you're just gonna pull out of a box that we have packaged, again, very well for you. So it's gonna be a 1 gallon. Again, you can see that hand braiding. This one already has 17 buds on it.
I know.
17 little buds, and you're gonna get all 4 colors. Now, this is not a plant that is cold hardy. So that means every time, like before that first frost, you're just gonna wheel this guy in. You can even keep it as a house plant year long. Just kind of put it by a sunny window, and you can use this as a house plant. Stunning. Now, if you choose to bring it and maybe put it in the garage, you hardly have to water it. It'll go into dormancy. It'll probably, you know, lose a lot of its leaves. You can just water it like once a month, something like that. And then when it's spring again, you could just wheel it right back outside. But this is like a tropical vacation, right in your own property. Put it in a container for sure, unless you're living in like Florida or South Texas. However, I want you guys to know, it is a tropical plant, so it loves water. So make sure that right when you get it, and I'm gonna actually come across around here. I wanna show you what to do with it when you get it home. Okay, so it's gonna come in a box, and the box is pretty tall. It's about this tall.
Right.
So you can either cut it open down the side and open it up, or what I do is I just open up the top, I reach my hand in, I grab the trunk, and then I just pull it straight out. So after you've done that, give it a nice deep watering and then figure out where you're going to put it. So I highly recommend you get a very big container for it, and maybe even get one that's on the casters so that you can kind of roll it when you have to roll it inside and outside. Otherwise, just, you know, make sure that it's manageable for you when you are bringing it into the house before that first frost. I would say maybe an 18 or a 20-inch container should be perfect.
Absolutely. And again, what's great about shopping here at HSN is you have experts like Carrie who can walk you through. So whenever you get this home, know that if you want to replay this video, you can absolutely do so. Or Leaf and Petal always gives you a pamphlet that guides you, reminding you, hey, whenever you put it in a pot, this is the size pot that you need. This is how long it will take to mature. This is how much it needs of water, how much it walks you through everything. And then even if you're just like, I don't want to read all that, there's even a number that there's social media groups on there. So Leaf even Petal just walks you through every step of the way. So remember, it's a this day only price. The lowest price we've ever done is $30 off, from about $100 to $69.95. But even better, it qualifies for the additional 10% off that we're doing on some of our plants. Already reflected on hsn.com, already reflected on the app, so it's not like a code you need to insert. And it's actually $62.96 for you right now. And remember, shipping all your plants, we cap it at $750. But what a great wow to get into your home. Maybe you just, whether you're in a tropical state or maybe you live up north and you're like, I love the idea of a vacation, and now you can have it in your home. If you want to go ahead and grab it, 899-319 is that item number. Keep that on hsn.com, HSN app. And remember, when you're shopping there, it already reflects that it's actually $62 and some change, and you get this home. But look at, even whenever you first get it, the foliage is so gorgeous, and the braided trunk. Come on.
I mean, this is a one-of-a-kind piece. I mean, and maybe at your local nursery, maybe you have, you know, a hibiscus plant that they consider an annual. It's probably, you know, I already know it's only going to be one color. You know, we are the ones that have that braided look. So it's very, very unique. It's special. It's in a tree form. And one thing I want to tell you about it being in a tree form is that over time, maybe even, you know, next year or something after you have it, you will start to see, and I'm not sure if we can get a close-up of this, but what we have is every once in a while, you'll get a tiny little leaf that is going to be coming out of there. Okay, I'm going to see. Yes, let's see if we can see that. Like
there you
right
go.
there. Yes, perfect. So when you see something like that, I want you to take it off and get rid of it. And the reason why is because we want all of the energy of the plant to be up here at the top. If we're gonna allow any of those little pieces of foliage down here, well then what a waste of that plant's energy and water. So just remember, we want you to treat it with proper care and make sure that you're watering it, but this is another one that just reacts so well to the fertilizer. Each bloom lasts 1 day. One day, but then coming right behind it, like 5 more. This is gonna, you guys, you wanna talk about a statement piece. This is so great on a patio. Even if it's in your budget, get to flank each side of your deck. You know, and just don't be afraid to drag that hose around. It is worth it, because you'll wake up every morning and you'll say, well, look at that. This one is going to open today, and that one's going to open today. And it's just something really cool that you're going to enjoy for years and years to come.
Oh, absolutely. The payoff is worth it. Getting something like, if you're looking for a wow presence on your patio, even inside your home by a window with great sunlight, this is the wow that you're looking for. So this day only, lowest price we've ever done, it's $30 off, but it actually ends up being $62 and some change, because you get an additional 10% off. You don't have to enter a code or anything. It's already reflected on our website and the app. 899-319 is the item number. I know hundreds already gone, many of you in the ordering process. We're gonna take a really quick break. This is my favorite way to indulge and watch HSN whenever I'm not here at work. And yes, my husband asked me, why you don't have to always watch? And I say, but I do. I love shopping. What do you mean? That's why I love this job. I get to shop and have fun. You get to watch live shows, previous shows that you missed out on, and even exclusive content. So just search HSN Plus on your smart TV or smart device, just like you search for Netflix, and then you can dive on in. All right, don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness, the lavender is coming up right after this.
We have something special for you. Sign up for HSN emails and take 15% off your next single item purchase. You'll get exclusive offers, early access, and the latest updates sent straight to your inbox. Love to save? Visit hsn.com to learn more.
It's Customer Appreciation Month.
And you know what that means.
Every day in April, we are celebrating you.
With special offers for each day of the week.
It's our way of saying thank you.
We're gonna spoil you with extra savings.
Plus, deals galore and more.
Don't you just feel the love?
Join us for a month of daily offers all April long.
Perlier is an Italian bath and body company rich in history and tradition. Never far from where it started, Perlier is old world skills mixed with modern day science. Driven by a focus to treat skin with the best ingredients, Perlier continues to develop innovative new lines while staying true to its culture. Discover luxurious bath and body rituals from Italian botanical gardens with Perlier.
Shop in and feel the love and score a brand new secret savings every week on Mystery Mondays.
Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome into HSN. I'm your host, Nicole Hickle. Carrie Mobley is here with us. She's our expert gardener. She has her own landscaping and design business here in Florida. And we love to help you have a beautiful garden. And that's what Leaf and Petal does so well. They give you these gorgeous designs, truly designs that you would see out of a magazine. That's their specialty. So we have something really, really special for you. It's a 3-piece set. So you will get all 3 that you see. They actually start in a 3 1/4 size pot, and it's at a sale price at $29.95. I mean, if you want the deer to stay away, most importantly, especially here in Florida right now, you want the bugs to stay away. That's what lavender does. And then it invites this beautiful, almost aromatherapy into your garden. Oh my, I know, look at you. You just
I know.
picking all of it off.
I don't even want to say hi. I just shove it in her face and say, smell this. Lavender.
Oh my goodness.
It is one of those quintessential, most fragrant plants. It's also an herb. I love, love, love the fact that if you have ever had a problem with deer and you say to yourself, I am done gardening, I am wasting all my money, you build a force field with these lavender and they're not coming anywhere near it. We love the fragrance, but the deer can't stand it. That's another one of those kind of pro tips for you. If you have a plant where the foliage has a fragrance, like hummingbird mint or lavender, that is something that the deer cannot stand. I mean, just a delicious plant. Now, you're gonna get 3 of them. I'll show you how they come. And by the way, these are so easy to grow. And once you get them established, they're completely drought tolerant. You can put them in containers. You can put them right into the ground. They will come back year after year, so that makes them a perennial. And that also gives you a 1-year guarantee. So you can see they're already nice and mature. They grow super fast.
Really?
I love this variety of our lavender because you get these tall, beautiful spikes, but it is still a more compact variety of lavender. So a lot of lavender can be up, 6 feet tall, which don't threaten me with a good time, but for a lot of people, that's inappropriate for their property. So these are a nice compact size. I tell you what though, I mean, if you don't, I want to grab another plant and show you just how good they look with almost anything else. I mean, you get this pop of pink with our sun patience that we're doing next, and you just see the way that that electric purple just really makes everything else just pop.
Well, and your garden too, especially if you're thinking about like in your front yard, it's always nice to have levels whenever you, so you might have some shrubs that are sitting like right at the bottom of your window. It's nice to have that balance, and especially adding color to the bottom. I mean, think about something that is just welcoming when you walk up to your front door, or maybe your backyard is your oasis. Maybe you've set it up to where, I mean, we have a beautiful Today's Special from a Belmont Garden that's coming up. I mean, the water that you're listening to, that's a cordless water fountain right now that we have. And then you pair it with the lavender, with that aroma that you get. It's almost like your serene and calming and peaceful oasis that you're able to create. And I love that you get 3. So tell us a little bit, and I want you to see the map really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Of when you get these. I'm just holding them because I'm just, I love lavender.
I know,
like
right?
that is when my zen moment. But there's a map to show you when we ship it out. So a lot of you will be getting these within the next few days, maybe the next week or 2. And then those are very up north, and you know it, you're probably there right now. You're like, oh man, it's still a little bit chilly. At the beginning of May, the first week of May, you'll be ready for it, and that's won't be shipped out. And we don't charge you, by the way, until it ships out, which is really, really lovely. But you get 3 of them. They come in their 3 separate pots that are about 3 1/4 inch around, which is really lovely. And is this something, Carrie, that I know she always recommends putting it in the ground because then it does its job of finding its water source. But can I put these in pots?
I think these are fantastic for pots.
Okay, good.
Especially because once they're established, which means, for the first few months, you guys, make sure to give it substantial water, right? They're coming out of these little containers, right? And so we want to make sure that these roots get established before they would be considered drought tolerant. But the reason these are great in containers is because obviously, you know, with containers, they can't find their own water source, so you have to be in charge of their water.
Yeah.
But once these get established, you can go on vacation, you can take a long weekend, and you won't have to worry about whether or not these are gonna die. These blooms are very long lasting. And the other thing that's great about lavender, it isn't just the color, it isn't just the fragrance. You can use these after they are done blooming. You can eat them. You can drink them. I mean, yeah, look, I mean, my friend Jasmine, she made this delicious, and I just took a sip of it, lavender lemonade. It is so yummy. You can dry them. Turn them into candles. Make some potpourri, some sachets. Guy was saying
a lot of people hang this in the shower.
Yeah, oh my gosh, put them into your, you know, look at the butterflies coming over.
That's
hey, by the way,
nice
pollinators
butterfly.
love them. Clearly you can see that.
Yes.
And so they're just such a versatile plant. I mean, there's a reason why they use lavender in so many hand soaps and candles. You can do that, or at least you can say that's why you're getting them.
Right.
You know, just hey, listen, I'm gonna use it to make some soap and some candles, but really you're just gonna wanna enjoying that fragrance every day.
So good. It's so, so good. At that sale price at $29.95, you get all 3 pieces included in this. More than 30 of you, your first purchase here at HSN, so welcome to the HSN family. Again, just like every other plant, Leaf and Petal sets you up for success, so everyone always gets this pamphlet, walks you through how to plant it, how far away to plant them if you do put them in the ground, but work beautifully in containers as well. Phone number on the back if you have any questions, so they really do walk you through everything. If you want to go ahead and grab it, this is in its final hundreds too. So I always say out of sight, out of mind. You're going to go about your Friday and then come back and be like, they're gone. I want you to get them. 899-203 is the item number. I just want to take this with me.
Yeah, and remember, again, this is a perennial, and it's going to bloom from spring all the way until your first frost. So it's something that's going to give, and it's going to come back year after year. So it really is a great return on your investment.
Absolutely. All right, something else that is brand new for you is your 3-piece pink explosion sun patience. So you're going to get that beautiful blush pink, you're gonna get a coral pink, and you're gonna get a rose pink. So 3 separate pots. You can get all these gorgeous colors in your yard, and it's at that sale price at $24.95. Remember, if you're picking up several plants, all plants shipped to your doorstep for $7.50. That is the flat shipping rate that you're getting. But look at all 3 of those colors together.
Isn't that not crazy?
Pretty.
This is just beautiful. You know, these sun patients, you guys, I cannot say enough wonderful things. I have been looking forward to presenting these to you because they are outstanding. This is an annual, okay? And the great thing about annuals is that they have one season to give you their all. They know that they have one job to do, and it is to attract pollinators. This is a plant where the entire canopy is filled with flowers. I mean, look at this. If you want to hold up what they're receiving,
I know, I wanted to show you. This one already has buds on it. Oh, and a bloom. This is a bloom.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Right? And these just arrived to me, by the way. They always ship them to me fresh,
Look,
so I can show you. So in the matter of one summer, it's going to go from that to this.
Wow.
And that is exactly how it's going to happen. Fantastic in containers. But these are thirsty plants, okay? But look at this. Look at the size of this.
My goodness.
These are so much better, you guys, than petunias or than begonias or a lot of those other annuals that you get. This one, by the way, has superior genetics. So even if you were to see sun patients in the store, they are not this variety. This variety gives you even more blooms, more color, and again, it's an annual, so it's got 1 year, 1 season to give it its all. Now, I want to tell you another thing. This is fantastic in the sun, just fine in the shade. The further north you are in the country, the more sun it can tolerate. Here in Florida, I have mine in nearly full shade because they are a thirsty plant, and the sun here, as Nicole and I can attest to right now, is a little intense, even in April. So you might notice that if you miss a day of watering, it'll start to wilt. And as soon as you water it, it perks right back up again. But the thing that is unique about this sun patient is When you don't water it and they kind of start to wilt, the flowers don't abort. The flowers stay on. So you're not gonna lose the flowers, you're not gonna lose the buds. It just perks right back up again.
Wow.
But my thing is, just water it every day. But you will notice if you miss a couple days that they'll start to wilt. But boy, they'll perk right back up again.
I mean, look how beautiful. And the fact that you get all three. I mean, if you ever go to those, you know, those home stores that are out there and you're getting in the garden, you're like, all right, it's spring, it's getting a little bit warmer, let me put some stuff. There's no way you're getting all three at this price. I mean, this is an exceptional value at $24.95. And look how huge. And again, remember, you get all three.
Yes.
They start in a 3 1/4 inch pot. And look, one already has a bloom, and one already has a really beautiful bud that's just about that one. I mean, so it's already coming to you, and within days, you're gonna start seeing those blooms, those buds just open up and blossom. So if you wanna add it to your cart, absolutely gorgeous. Will attract those pollinators too, which is always great. I love whenever I can see, the butterflies that come by and greet you in your garden. So there's the sale price at $24.95. Item number is 909797. I know that this is a limited opportunity, just like we saw with the lavender. If you love the butterfly bushes, we have some of those that are coming up that I know some of you will absolutely go crazy about. But look at the payoff. It's very rare when you can get a plant that starts so small and then the bloom this big in the one season. Right?
I'm telling you, I mean, there is no other annual that can compete with this one. And it's a very fast grower. Again, I highly recommend our leaf and petal fertilizer with this. You'll get a big payoff with it.
Yeah.
Just make sure you water it. But I mean, this is like a smorgasbord of the most beautiful pinks ever. You know,
that's why it's an explosion of it.
Exactly. This is an explosion of those pinks. It's just so cool. And again, to have hundreds of flowers on something that's coming to you in that size. And again, we're talking over the course of the summer. And a lot of these can go into the fall as well. Of course, it's not going to want to, deal with any frost. So just know that you'll have it for one season.
Yep.
But even still, we have a 90-day guarantee on our annuals.
Oh, I love that.
We need you to be successful. Our reputation depends on that. If you love our plants, you'll brag about us. You'll tell other people. You'll come back and buy more. And that's why we always do include this planting guide. We want you to be successful. So that's why inside of every plant that we ship to you, there is a very specific planting guide that we ship to you. It tells you where to plant it, how to plant it, any troubleshooting, right? It'll tell you if it's an annual, a perennial, what kind of sun it needs, how big it'll get, things like that. And then if you have any problems, on the back, we always have a 1-800 number.
Yep.
You can call, you can talk to somebody like me. You'll say, well, I don't know, I'm not getting as many flowers as, she had on the show. And they'll say, okay, well, what kind of water is it getting? And, what kind of soil did you put it in? So they'll help you troubleshoot. We want you to succeed. We are the only plant company, the only live plant company on HSN this season. And we are very, very proud of that. And we take that responsibility very seriously. And this is a perfect example of what we like to bring to you. You don't have to go into a nursery. You don't have to fight the crowds. You don't have to wonder, what kind of soil this has, how long it's been sitting on the shelf, maybe what insect it has deep inside that soil. So just enjoy this, you guys. It is worth every penny. They grow quickly and they are stunning.
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 And you get all three. And look at the color playoff that you get with it. Is that rose blush, that coral, that deep pink that you get with that. 909797 is the item number. Brand new. Take advantage of that pricing. I still have my lavender pieces.
Oh, how can you
my
put
goodness.
them down?
I'm obsessed with lavender. It is so good.
Yes.
All right.
You want water? Are you good?
I will grab one, definitely. It ended up being hot today. I was just
yes, ma'am. Yes.
The sun has come out in full force here in Florida. That's all right. I'm breaking a little bit of sweat, but we'll be okay. All right, I know when it comes to plants that Leaf and Petal brings us here at HSN, I know that the butterflies are always your favorite. And I love that it's a duo that you're getting, your butterfly candy. So, so pretty. They'll both come in a 3 1/4 pot. One is a little grape and and a little taffy.
Yeah, this is gonna be the grape.
Your grape, and then your taffy. But talk about a gorgeous plant that gives you substantial payoff with those blooms. And again, you know, attracting those pollinators. That's why we've been seeing butterflies around here. We've had so many plants that are attracting them.
Yeah. You know, honestly, Nicole, this is a blooming machine.
Yeah.
That's what this plant is known for. It is the ultimate pollinator plant. We're talking butterflies, hummingbirds, honeybees, and it has the most delicious, sweet, honey-like fragrance to it that just draws them in. If you consider each one of these blooms, there are at least 100 mini flowers that make up this tall spike. So this is like a feast for your pollinators. I have so many hummingbirds in my property that we actually have a nest there now. And I tell you what, they can sit here and just dive right into this, you know, and feast on just one of these, you know, blooms for like 5 minutes. And it just takes your breath away to see these beautiful pollinators coming in. Now, this is a perennial, so it's gonna come back year after year. You're gonna get one of each. This is very, very easy to grow. This grows in all types of soil. If you have a clay-based soil, or if it's a rocky soil, or if you've got, you know, perfect soil, it's even better. This guy doesn't care at all. It's also drought tolerant once it's established. So again, plant it, forget about it. It's a much more compact variety of butterfly bushes.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, it's probably gonna get a little bit bigger, but this is like first year for the south. This is probably second year for the north, but you don't have to worry about it. You can put it in the ground and it'll come back year after year. Fantastic in containers as well. Just make sure you get a container that's big enough so that you can give it all the glory that it needs.
Oh, it is so gorgeous, and I love that you get both colors that come with it. We have some of the blooms so you can see how they start, some of them that are nestled in here, which is really beautiful. Even whenever they start, it's kind of like these like white little buds
Aren't
that
they cool?
you have.
Yeah.
And then watching the color just kind of come to life, like just going gradually up that bud, is absolutely stunning. So I know anytime we have the butterfly bushes in stock, they sell out. Grab it while you can, even at this HSN deal price, exceptional pricing at $24.95. Again, you always get that pamphlet to really walk you through to be successful with leaf and petals. Also, too, if you do need fertilizer, and I would highly recommend, I know Carrie can attest to this too, if you're picking up any of these plants, get the fertilizers, because $19 and some change.
Yeah,
and
it makes a huge difference.
And these pods, you get 25 of these pods, and you drop them, because I have some, and I actually use them for my indoor plants too, by the way.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
All your plants, you can utilize it, and I love it. You just get a gallon of water, you drop that pod in, and then you use that gallon to just water your plants like you would regularly water them. So if you want to grab that, it's 088668. There's one that will work for all plants, one specifically for roses, because we did feature some in this hour, and then there's one for some of those acid-loving plants. But this is how the pots come to you, which is so cute. Look at them.
I know, and again, they're very healthy. They come well packaged, so you don't have to worry about them getting destroyed during the shipping process. And you might have found maybe a butterfly bush at your nursery, and they're kind of hard to find, to be honest, but these are new varieties that are very special, very unique. These are very much deer resistant because they have a little bit of fuzziness to the leaves. The deer cannot stand them. They, you'll be getting blooms in about 60 days. And then again, because it's a perennial, it's coming back year after year, and that also means you get a full 1-year guarantee on your plants.
And that's important, right? Having a company that backs it and says, look, we're gonna make sure that you are successful, and we're gonna help see this thing through with you for the first entire year. So I know we have about 3.5 minutes left on this, and then we have a couple other things we wanna feature with you before we jump into our next hour. But if this is what you've been waiting for, if this is something you're like, I've seen that, you know, anytime there's butterfly bushes that come on hsn.com or on air, they always sell out. And I'll tell you this too, you're getting first dibs. We're kind of starting our garden season here at HSN. And let me tell you, as as we get later into the spring and even the beginning of summer, we start already being sold out of items. So I want you to remember that when we ship this out to you, we're shipping it out whenever your ground is ready for it. So that's why I'd love for you to see that map, because a lot of you, especially if you're already in the southern states, Texas, Florida, all that, I mean, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, you're gonna be getting these plants now. But for those who are more north, you're gonna get it about the end of April or the beginning, the first week of May. So you don't get charged, so you're really reserving it to make sure it doesn't sell out, especially when you only have, you know, a few hundred to go around. You're reserving it, and then you get charged when it's ready to ship out to you.
Yep.
But now is your time to claim this. If you love to attract the pollinators, you love the beautiful colors that you get, even the green foliage on this, I love that it's a light sage color. Even the foliage is different than what you see on other plants. So grab it while you can. $8 and some change to get it home on any debit or credit card. That's the power of FlexPay. 909-789 is the item number. And I love the color that you get. That's the most impressive part about this.
I mean, these are feeding stations for all of those pollinators. I mean, and it is a blooming machine. You get these tall, elegant spikes of color that really are irresistible to those pollinators. And it, of course, it pleases you as well, not just because of the pollinators, but because of that sweet honey smell. And again, I love that this is deer resistant, because how many of you say, I'm never gardening again, every time I buy something, they eat them up. We love the fact that deer cannot stand these.
Right.
And I really wanted to say, I was appreciative of you pointing out how, you know, we have very limited quantity of things this year.
Yep.
We made a very conscious decision to not bring in a gazillion of each plant, because we wanted to bring in more variety. So we have more plants, new things that you might have never seen before, right? Because we love for you to have the unique things. I've been gardening literally my entire life. My dad was a master gardener, my mom was a gardener, so I had pretty much seen it all.
Yeah.
There is no doubt that a lot of the stuff, really most of the stuff that I am bringing to you from Leaf and Petal, I had never seen before. So I love that we're bringing in unique things. Just not as many of them, not as many of the quantity, but the variety that we're bringing you. Like these two together, it's exclusive. We're the ones bringing it to you.
Stunning, and you get both of them. That's what I love. At this phenomenal price, it's about $12 a plant, and you get both of them. 909-789 is the item number. This is also a limited opportunity, so I know we're the final hundreds that are available for you. All right, let's come on over. Let's get some strawberries.
I'm starving.
I am a little hungry, even though we did have lunch, but I never fill up too much.
We probably shouldn't have. I'm telling you, girl, are you ready for this?
I am ready. Okay, so this from Leaf and Petal, also brand new for you, and at that sale price at $22.95 is your 24-piece Berry Blast strawberry. So yes, they are edible. Sometimes you see and you're like, can I? Absolutely. They'll attract the pollinators, you know, you get great color, but yes, they are edible, which is so, so great. Oh my
I'm telling you
goodness.
what, this is an exceptional and unique form, a breed of strawberry. This is coming in multiple crops. Typically, when you grow strawberries, and I know this because we are in the strawberry capital of the world, right here in Plant City, which is about an hour away from where we are. They get one big crop, and then it's done. They don't keep coming back. We chose this variety because you are going to be getting multiple crops throughout the season. And so you're gonna be enjoying strawberries all summer long. You can even reuse the plants. I'm gonna show you their bare roots again, so I'm gonna teach you how to plant them. But you can replant these year after year. Honestly, you just keep them in the container that you had them in, throw them in the garage. You don't even have to refrigerate them. Don't even water them, just leave them be. You can bring them out again and have that same process all over again.
Wow.
They are nutritious, they are delicious, and they are homegrown. I am so excited that I have this beautiful spread here that my buddy Monica made up.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, these are the size, the sweetness of the strawberries. You can use them in so many ways, and I'm just really, really been looking forward to this. And I don't know about you, but I can't resist.
I know.
I
You're
mean,
going in.
eating them.
I mean, the cheesecake, the pastry that you have, putting it on a salad. Okay, before I dive in, because once my mouth gets full, then I lose track. Let's have Carrie walk you through of how you would plant these whenever you receive it. And I think this is great too, because I think a lot of people love the dabble. They're like, okay, well, let me just try to get a little sage, a little basil. We grab these little plants that we might see around. This too can be easy for you to take care of.
Oh, these are very, very easy. And that's why I'm gonna show you how to do it, because, you know, you might think that dealing with a bare root is intimidating, but this is the way to do it. You're getting 24 of these. And each one of these is gonna be big enough to where it probably could be in one hanging basket. But I'm actually gonna put, a couple in here. So it's the same concept as the rose. We've got the bare root. You can clearly see that down here we have all these little hairy roots. I'm just gonna dig a little hole and I'm gonna put it in deep enough to where all of those roots are covered. Then I'm gonna cover it. And by the way, I don't wear gloves. That's why my nails look like that and yours look like that. They're so pretty. So now you can see I'm just leaving the part that has that green on it. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna dig a little hole. I'm gonna put it in, make sure all of those roots are covered. And then you guessed it, guys, we're gonna water. We're gonna water it again, we're gonna water it again, we're gonna water it all the time. Make sure that you've got some good drainage in the bottom of your container so that they don't drown and die. And then you're gonna be getting strawberries as soon as, about a month afterwards.
Really?
And what's great is you're getting 24 of them. So you might even choose, guys, and I'm gonna show you right here what we have. Have you ever seen those strawberry planters, maybe at your favorite garden center? You can see here that it's got all these little baby containers around the way, so it's taking full, I guess I have to eat this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see how this would end up growing if you happen to get yourself a strawberry container. But any containers are fine. I personally wouldn't put this in the ground, because if you want to talk about critters coming and eating them, it's going to be just as delicious of a treat.
Look, you can already see some of them coming in.
Yes.
Look how cute. That's so exciting. And to know, like, I grew this. These are my strawberries. It's so exciting. I didn't even tell you I'm part of my daughter's garden club at school.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We have like cabbage in there. We have all these cool things. But all of them, it's like, okay, you have to put this, you have to have this pH level balance and all. This is just, you put it into a pot, you water it, and then boom, you're going to have some strawberries, which is really nice. So I love that. Doesn't have to be complex, but boy, the payoff is really, really great. I can use my fertilizer and my booster on this too.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Because then the color will be better. It will be even juicier.
Well, right, and sweeter. And the thing is, the way that strawberries turn into strawberries, and in fact, I'm gonna come over here and show you. I saw one up here somewhere. Here we go. I hate to do this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Are you picking a strawberry?
No, I'm picking a flower.
Oh.
So if you've never known this, the way that fruits and vegetables begin is actually from a flower. So that's why if you use a bloom boosting fertilizer, you'll get more blooms and therefore more strawberries. So what happens is that inside part where the yellow is, all of the petals fall off, that inside part in there turns into wherever you had that little half
right here.
one. Yep, it's gonna turn into that. You can even see how it starts.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta get a good shot of that. Is that
right
not
here.
so cool?
Look how it starts with that flower and then look where it goes. And then of course it turns into the actual strawberry, which is really nice. There's those fertilizer pods if you want to grab that at 088668. I have them. I personally bought them here from HSN. Still have some because, you get 25 gallons. One pod makes a gallon of fertilizer, and I use it on my indoor plants, which are really great. Talk about being juicy. Oh my goodness.
And
if you're going to make smoothies, acai bowls.
As a parent, right?
Cream.
I have 4 boys, 3 are in college now. I still have 1 at home. They watched me grow my own fruit, my own fruits, my own vegetables. And it was such an incredible lesson for them to see where food comes from. So maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a grandparent and you love gardening. Growing your own food is so exciting to kids. And it's also exciting to the kids and us. I mean, when I'm able to go out and grab my own fruits, my own vegetables from my garden.
Right, go grab a snack from the garden.
Exactly.
How amazing is that?
And you know, you can choose whether you want to be completely organic and all natural, right?
So they're so soft and juicy.
I know, I'm telling you, this is a superior variety.
Wow.
And because like I said, you don't just get one big crop, you are getting a continuous crop all the way through fall.
Really?
Yeah. So the other thing is, full sun
I'm just gonna eat all
to
of
part
these.
shade. Please do.
Okay.
Because, well.
And absolutely keep them in a container. Do not put these in the ground because then, yes, all the critters
They will
enjoy it.
Yep.
By the way, 900 left.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys are
900.
loving them.
And
So-
you know what? I'm not a big strawberry person. Like, I feel like I
Okay, well then stop
This-
then. I'm gonna, don't waste them. No, but aren't they so good? They are so good. So anyway, what I was gonna say, you guys, is these can be in full sun or in part shade. God, look at the color on
I know,
those.
the color is
You got- and
amazing.
these are these strawberries, so it's really amazing that you get to see them. I keep interrupting myself. It's me. I'm the problem.
I know.
It's me.
I told you, get the strawberry away from your mouth and then you can focus. That's what,
Exactly.
that's what happens.
So what I was gonna say is
I'll
the
eat.
further north you are, the more sun. So if you're up in like northern Michigan or Minnesota, go ahead and give these guys full sun all day. If you are in Florida, definitely part shade. You know, it can get some filtered sunlight during the day, but just keep in mind that where you are in the country is, you know, how much sun that it can tolerate and how much it needs. And remember, you're getting 24 plants. And I want you to know that each plant, have you ever seen those big clamshells that they sell them in the store?
Yeah.
The big ones though. Each plant is going to give you that many strawberries. So you're gonna have strawberries for days, and it's just gonna be so fun. Yes, I mean, and look at all you can do with it.
That is so amazing. The best strawberries I have had. Oh my goodness. Final hundreds if you want to grab it. 909-793 is the item number. Carrie Mobley, you're
so fun.
amazing.
You're amazing.
Always so much fun. I hope you found something beautiful for your garden. So great. All right, let's jump into our next hour. We gave you some beautiful plants.